Hello and a very good evening. I'm Razi Ahmad and you're now watching English News at 5. Let us begin with our top story. Marine conservation experts headed to the Australian state of Tasmania on Wednesday, September 21st, to attempt to rescue a pod of approximately 230 whales, with officials saying only half appearing to be alive. The animals, which appear to be pilot whales, were stranded on an ocean beach. The Department of Natural Resources and Environment Tasmania said in a statement that a team of marine wildlife experts will assess the scene and the situation to plan an appropriate response. The death toll from malaria and other diseases tearing through Pakistan's flood-ravaged regions has reached 324. In some regions of Sindh province, one of the worst-hit areas in the southern Pakistan, malaria was spreading quickly among flood refugees who lived around stagnant waters. Now, doctors at medical facilities in the city said they have seen an overwhelming number of flood refugees suffering from malaria and gastro ailments.
फ्लड की वजह से जो है वो ऐसे समझें कि 20% जो है वो पेशेंट में 20 to 30% पेशेंट जो है ना वो बढ़ गए हैं हमारे पास। और अभी जैसे फ्लड की वजह से जो है वो पानी वो ओपन वही पी रहे हैं, फ्लड वाला पी रहे हैं, तो उसी वजह से गैस्ट्रोएंटेराइटिस केसेस बहुत बढ़ गए हैं और मलेरिया भी बहुत जो है वो बढ़ गई है। जैसे अभी रूटीन में मलेरिया बर्डन इतना नहीं था, लेकिन बहुत अभी जो है वो ऐसे जैसे 10 बच्चे जो हैं बुखार के साथ आ रहे हैं, तो तकरीबन 8-9 में उसमें जो है वो मलेरिया पॉजिटिव आ रही है। बढ़ेगी तो और केसेस जो है वो और उसमें इजाफा होगा, तो जो है वो मेरे ख्याल में हमें जो है वो बाहर जो है वो उसको स्क्रीन करने की भी ज़रूरत है। वहाँ ट्रीटमेंट अलग से जो है वो मलेरिया कॉर्नर्स बनाए जाएं, हॉस्पिटल से आउटसाइड भी बनाए जाएं, हर जो है वो छोटे जो है वो तहसील्स में भी बनाया जाएं, तो ताकि उससे हमें जो है ना वो एक स्क्रीनिंग बढ़े और हमें ट्रीटमेंट जो है वो पेशेंट को प्रॉपर दी जाए।
The Sindh provincial government said on Wednesday that makeshift health facilities and mobile camps in flooded areas had treated more than 78,000 patients in the last 24 hours and more than 2 million since July 1st. 6 of them has died. It confirmed 665 new malaria cases among internally displaced families over the same period, with another 9,201 suspected cases, adding that out of more than 19,000 patients screened in the last 24 hours across the province, quarter of them, 4,876, were positive. Authorities said the situation may get out of control if required aid does not arrive soon. Hundreds of thousands of people displaced by the floods are living in the open, and the stagnant floodwaters spread over hundreds of kilometers, which may take 2 to 6 months to recede, have led to widespread cases of skin and eye infections, diarrhea, malaria, typhoid, and dengue fever. More immediate help is needed for the displaced families exposed to swarms of mosquitoes and other hazards such as snake and dog bites. They are in dire need of food supplies, shelter, medical assistance, and medicines, which many complain have not been reaching them despite the efforts of the government and local and foreign relief organizations.
A 62-year-old fisherman who was stranded at sea near Kampung Moyan Laut, Asajaya, was rescued by a group of villagers at around 12:45 a.m. today. It was reported that the man was stranded after his fishing boat engine suddenly stalled while at sea around 3 p.m. yesterday.
Fire and Rescue Department in a statement said the victim went out to the sea at 5 a.m. The department was notified of the incident at 11:40 p.m. last night, and a team was immediately dispatched to Kampung Moyan Laut. However, upon arrival, the victim had already been found by the villagers, and the operation was wrapped up at 1:02 a.m.
Preparations are in place to face the upcoming northeast monsoon season, expected to hit Sarawak from December this year to January next year, bringing with it heavy rain and thunderstorms. Sarawak Disaster Management Committee (SDMC) on Wednesday met with the relevant departments and government bodies on preparations for the annual phenomenon.
Its chairman, Dato' Amar Douglas Uga Umbas, said 310 flood hotspot locations had been identified statewide by the Fire and Rescue Department. SDMC also identifies 97 locations where road links are most susceptible to be cut off, with Cebu having the lion's share at 42. Some 631 evacuation centers, capable of accommodating 188,360 evacuees, have also been identified. Over 1,590 officers will also be on standby during the period, with enforcement from over 9,000-strong Bomba community team members. Logistics-wise, Bomba is readying 48 boats, 16 lorries, 87 four-wheel vehicles, and a helicopter. During today's meeting, UGA also thanked the Sultan of Johor, His Royal Highness Sultan Ibrahim Ismail, for donating 6,400 pieces of tents to SDMC.
Meanwhile, the government has allocated more than 16.4 million ringgit as of 2022 or 2023 Northeast Monsoon Disaster Aid in preparation to face any eventualities of flooding and evacuation of victims, especially in high-risk areas nationwide this year. National Disaster Management Agency (NADMA) Deputy Director General for Operations Mir Akim said, of the total, 8 million ringgit will be allocated for the state disaster management committees to be distributed to 160 districts. Elaborating, Mir Ismail said 320 fiber boats as well as safety jackets has been distributed for preparation to face the floods, involving an allocation of 4.8 million ringgit.
Welcome back. The Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah has expressed Malaysia's commitment to enhancing relations with Brunei Darussalam in the fields of economy and trade, education and defense, as well as economic cooperation encompassing Sabah and Sarawak. His Majesty expressed a commitment during a meeting with the Sultan of Brunei, Sultan Hassan Al-Bolkiah, at the Brunei Palace in London on Wednesday, September 21st.
The Comptroller of the Royal Household for Istana Negara, Datuk Seri Ahmad Fadil Shamsuddin, said the two monarchs touched on the close bilateral relationship that has been in existence for a long time and the efforts to strengthen the ties. Adding further, he said Al-Sultan Abdullah was of the opinion that the Malaysia Brunei Annual Leaders Consultation is an important foundation for realizing efforts to strengthen bilateral relations. Meanwhile, the King also stated that Malaysia welcomed the Brunei's government's decision to fully reopen its borders on August 1st, thus better facilitating the movement of people of both countries, especially in Sarawak and Sabah, in addition to boosting economic activities along the common borders of the two countries.
The Ministry of Health, MOH, has submitted an application for 6 new initiatives totaling 3.4 billion ringgit to the Ministry of Finance to be included in Budget 2023, which will be tabled on October 7th. Its Minister, Khairi Jamaluddin, said the application was presented through an engagement session with Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz on August 30th.
The 6 new initiatives proposed are the strengthening of the healthcare and wellness program with an estimated budget of 738 million ringgit, improvement and repair of the ministry's health facilities, and improving the effectiveness of healthcare treatment. It also includes the replacement of critical and obsolete medical assets, digitalization, healthcare services, and appreciation incentives for medical personnel. Kari said the application to improve and repair MOH healthcare facilities was met because there are 2,732 government clinics in neglected condition but still operating to provide healthcare services to the public. Hence, a special budget from the MOF has been requested to be approved in Budget 2023. In another development, Kari said the MOH was extremely grateful to Prime Minister Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob and Tengku Zafrul as well as Malaysians as a whole who support the proposal for the ministry's allocation to be increased to 5% of the gross domestic product compared to the current 2.10% of the GDP. Adding to that, he said the MOH application was rational as would help provide services to always keep Malaysians healthy and give the best treatment to those who are sick.
The search for the sole missing person continues. A rowboat that was reported to have sunk on September 20th in the waters near Muka, about 34 nautical miles of northwest of Muka. The agency received the information about the incident at around 8:30 p.m. on Wednesday. Now, as of 5 p.m. press time, 10 victims have been found, with 2 out of 10 dead. Meanwhile, 1 victim remains missing. A further investigation found that the boat consisted of 11 people on board, including a skipper, 2 crew, and 8 fishermen, with the boat leaving Penakup Jetty on September 19th. And so far, the SAR operation is still ongoing in the search of the remaining victims. Now, prior to the incident, the boat was heading to Kuching Port from Bintulu Port. See the world closer with TVS, as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally, by heading on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. That's the quarter update on News at 5 p.m. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you so much for watching.